being plant-based or vegan doesn't mean you can't get sick. It means you are less likely to get sick. And if you do get sick, it'll be easier to get better. And you're probably going to have much less severe symptoms. I've been vegan for 10 years. I have arthritic hips from past steroids for autoimmune, and I have a reflux cough. I'm afraid I'm a bad example of veganism. There's no bad examples, right? All of you are allowed to be a work in progress and to be doing the best you can. Listen, at this point in my career, I see a lot of people who are recognized as go-to sources for even plant-based health. I have plant-based doctors that are published, plant-based athletes who still get sick and don't know why, and they come to me, okay? So I help them get better. And so being plant-based or vegan doesn't mean you can't get sick. It means you are less likely to get sick, and if you do get sick, it'll be easier to get better, and you're probably gonna have much less severe symptoms, okay? That's what I've seen. So for example, Ellen Jaffe-Jones, right? She wrote the foreword to my book, Goodbye Autoimmune Disease. And she's a plant-based athlete. She's amazing. She runs these marathons all the time and is usually in first place. And then a few years ago, she got psoriasis and she went, how could I get psoriasis? I'm plant-based. She's even done food demos for some of the other plant-based doctors years before she knew about me. So when she got sick, she was so confused. And thankfully, one of the other plant-based doctors, Dr. Khan, he sent her right to me and said, fix her, here you go. And within 2 weeks, her psoriasis was gone. 2 weeks, clear. But she had been eating just a cooked plant-based diet and wasn't eating the raw foods, wasn't eating omega-3s, wasn't drinking enough water. Within 2 weeks of doing the full Goodbye Autoimmune protocol, she was symptom-free. So it wasn't that she was a bad example of being plant-based because she got psoriasis. I was like, really? You would have had psoriasis 20 years ago had you not changed your diet. So your genetics were still there, and eventually they got triggered. Eventually, it took way longer, and man, she cleared up really, really quickly. But it's not like you can't ever get sick. I'm not gonna sit here and say there's zero chance I can ever have something bad happen to me. That's just not the case. What I can say is that I was severely chronically ill for 12 years of my life, from 16 to 28, kidney failure, blood clots, arthritis, migraines, rashes. And then 18 years ago, I changed my diet and I've never had a relapse. My kidneys went back to 100%, no more protein in my urine. My blood markers for blood clots went away. All the arthritis and rashes and everything went away. 18 years and counting, still never had a relapse. Does that mean I can never get sick? No. But I know if I do, it's not going to be bad. I should be able to recover quickly. And whatever it is, I bought myself time because nobody thought I would live this long. When I saw my nephrologist from childhood a few years back and I went to visit him, he was crying. He's like, I did not think you were still alive. But seeing me alive and with kids and healthy, blew his mind. He was crying and hugging me. You couldn't believe it, right? So you're not a bad example. You're doing the best you can. Now, going from vegan to hyper-nourishing plant-based diet versus Goodbye Lupus protocol, those are all different things. So it might just be that you need to do a bit better, right? So getting your nutrition optimized, your hydration, everything, so you can minimize your issues. If you have a reflux cough, all right, we're going to have to look at that, see what we need to do to maybe food spacing or other things to help your gut kind of recover. But none of you have to feel bad or defensive for wherever you are on this journey. And it's not like you're a bad example if you still have health struggles. Everybody has a health struggle sometimes. If I sleep funny or I work out weird, sometimes I can get a pain or a headache or something. It's not the migraine of lupus, right? I'm not worried about it. I'm not sick, but I'm a bag of cells. And sometimes those cells just aren't all functioning up to par, but you know what? You just fix it. Oh, okay, let me massage that out and then I'll be better and it's fine, right? So try not to do that. And I see that a lot too. People get health anxiety and I work with people on health anxiety. And one of the issues I see is that they will do scans of themselves. And if there's any pain anywhere, if there's a problem anywhere, then I'm sick and dying. And I have to reteach them no, it is normal as a bag of cells to sometimes have aches and pains or stuff sometimes, but it doesn't mean you're sick. It just means you're organic matter. All right. Nobody is pain-free every single day. It's just whether or not is that pain caused by something functional that you can easily fix, or is that pain from a chronic illness? Chronic illness is different. right? And so we have to do what it takes to get rid of chronic illness. And then we see how good we can get. Your last name is Hart. Have heart. Keep heart. Take good care of yourself and don't feel bad. You're not a bad example. You just have more work to do, and that's just the human condition as well.